Hello my peeps, welcome back, and those that are new, welcome to my channel. I have here a bargain bead box, Mayflowers 2, and the bundle, the companion bundle that went with it. So these are from the companion bundle. And then because I have a companion bundle, I got a second one of these. So I'm going to do a pair of earrings. There's a pendant, some flowers, all kinds of stuff. So I want to put this part together here. So let's get our pendant. We'll get some parts together here. We have an eye pin. I'm going to put on a gold flower and come up in between the two petals. And then this, and then we'll make a nice loop. I think I'm gonna, do I want to do a, I think I just want to do a loop. No, because then it don't sit down far enough. I'm gonna have to do a wrap loop. So let's do a wrap loop. We're gonna bend it over the pliers. And then we're gonna rotate our pliers. Bend the wire all the way around the pliers. Rotate the pliers and bring that wire all the way around. Adjust it if you need to. And then we're going to bring it around here to this side. And then I'm going to grab another pair of pliers and I'm going to wrap. This is nice and strong. Strong. There we go. And then we're going to snip that off and back. And we'll snip that off just a little bit closer. And then we'll tuck it in. Okay, tuck in. Nice. Nice. Straighten this up. And then we have our part here. And then I have some chain over here. And I'm going to take a ball head pin, put it on one of these flowers, and then make a wrapped loop. So we're going to continue to make some wrap loops. Bend it over the pliers, rotate the pliers, bring that wire all the way up and over, rotate the pliers, bring it around. And now, before we wrap it, we want to put it on a chain. So we're going to put it on the end of the chain. And then we're going to grab it with our bent nose. Get in there and hang on to it right like that. So you got this opening right here. And we're going to wrap inside there. There we have it. I snip this off. Tuck that in. Hold on to it. You gotta hold on to it. I don't see it. So did it tuck in? Oh, it's right there. It's tucked in a little bit. There we go. There we go. Nice. There's one. another one, ball head pin, and then we're going to do a wrap loop. Take our pliers, bend that right over the pliers, rotate the pliers, and then we're going to bring that all the way around the pliers. I need to rotate, bring that all the way around, and then we got another chain here. We're going to put that on that, get our bent nose, hang on to it, and then we're going to wrap in that space. So wrap down, just keep going. And then snip off that curly end. Go this way. There we go. And then there's two. And we're going to do a third one. Bend it over the pliers, rotate the pliers, bring pliers all the way around, rotate all the way around. There we go. And now we're going to put that on a chain. Whoop. Take our bent nose to hang on to that. Chain, is it in the loop? It's not in the loop yet. There we go. We gotta get that snapped in there. Now we're going to hang on to that loop and we're going to rotate and put this in that space. And we're going to cut this off. Tuck it in. And now we have our 3 little flowers. Take care of our mess here. I need a jump ring. I'll open the jump ring. Use my bent nose pliers. I have the opening at the top. And then I take my chain, or my flat nose, using my flat nose, and I'm going to tweak it open, just like that. I'm going to put all 3 of these onto this. And then we're going to put it through this loop. And this loop, this has got to go on. There we go. And there's our pendant. So we got 3 little dangly flowers. Oh, it looks like I've got 1 too close there. I want that a little bit. I want that down a little bit. Yeah, I want it up here. I'm going to change this. I got to change this. We'll do that later. Let's just continue working. So I want to get this, show you what it looks like when it's done. There's that. Now we're going to string this. And I have my, 49 strand wire. It's come undone. 49 strand wire, because you have the softest drape. 0.019 inches is what I use. That's your normal average beading wire for beading. There's smaller wire for your delicate beads, and then there's a thicker wire for your heavy beads. So 0.019 is middle of the road, and that's the one I use for everyday beading. And now we're just going to get these strung. I want, yeah, that way. There is an orientation on these gold beads. Rotate. Is there not a hole there? There's not a hole there. Oh, look at that. There's not a hole in that bead. Okay. This, see how it comes out? There's the top, there's the bottom. It comes in between these two petals. So I want everything to go the same. I can't believe it. I thought I pulled it off here. I don't know. Doesn't want to go on, and I'm not going to fight with it. Okay, that's our second, and then our third pink crystal, and now we're going to do a green bicone, and then we're going to do a bellflower, another yellow bead, and then another bellflower. So they act as bead caps. So instead of gold bead caps, we're just going to use the flowers. So we're going to put on some more. One, 2, 3, 4. Why is there? Those two belong there. Okay. Did this one wrong. Got my sequence all messed up here. So now we're going to put these 3 back on. 1, 2, 3, and then a gold bead, and then this. I want this to go on. I think I need a jump ring. I'll just turn it this way. Nope, other way. Don't matter. It's turned this way. There we go. Whoops. I didn't have it through the hole. I want it sideways. Oh, okay. This, I want to go with the flower. I have to rotate these. Grab a hold here. Oh boy. I'll grab a hold here. And grab a hold here. And make them perpendicular instead of the same. So I just need to twist this right like that. So that this can go on through the loop like this. Now, it's going to hang the way I want it to hang. I'm like, oh, trying to turn it. And I'm like, nope. You have to turn it with the pliers if you're going to rotate the wire. Okay, now 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then a gold bead. I like these gold beads. They're solid. So the beading wire goes straight through instead of getting caught up on the inside, because most of the time they're hollow. There we have that. And then we need this green one. And then we're going to go in this side. And then 3 of these. And then that's it for beading, because I'm going to add chain. This is gonna kind of like chain forward. We're gonna have a lot of chain. We have chain on the pendant, chain in the earrings, and chain to attach to the clasp. And this is falling the wrong way, but lay that way. There we go. There. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Crimp bead. Wire guard. And then we're gonna go up and over the wire guard, but before I go through the crimp bead, I want it to go through the end of this chain. Find the end again. Go through the end of this chain. So it's connected to the chain directly. And now we're going to put it back through the crimp bead. And then we're going to separate the wires. And pull that wire down nice and snug. And then we're going to crimp. There's our crimp bead. We're going to open up and we're going to go in the back groove and give it a squeeze. We're going to go in the front groove and give it a squeeze. And then we're going to cut off the excess, which isn't very much because this is our waste. So we didn't waste very much wire because 49 strands is kind of expensive. So you kind of want to lose as little as possible. Okay, now we're going to slide everything down. And I'm going to cut off a little bit to give myself some room to do up this side. And we're going to hang on. This likes to come off, so I'm going to roll it back up and get it there. There we go. Now, got another crimp bead. And then a wire guard. We're going to go up and over. Now, let's stick it in there for now. I need to figure out how long this part is, so we know how much chain to cut off. Okay. Get out my measuring tape. Yeah, 6 inches. Just over 6 inches. Probably with the other 6.5 inches. So we need 14 inches, so we need 7 inches on each side. So we need 7 inches of chain. So I'm going to cut off 7 inches of chain. I like to try and have it all the kinks worked out. And just have it all lay. Sometimes the chain doesn't lay as pretty as this. Okay, I stuck it away. I need 7 inches. I need 7 inches. All right, right here. Oop. There we go. I always cut out an opening and then take the chain out. And then take out this, because we're going to need another 7 inches for the other side. There's that. I'll do another 7 inches. Make my little opening. Slide the chain off. And now we're going to slide it onto this other end over here. Pull it out of the crimp bead. Slide it in through the chain. Bring that chain up. There we go. And now back through the crimp bead. And pull. There we go. Nice and snug, but not too snug. Oh, this is a little stiff. So we don't want it like that. There we go. Just like that. All right, pull the wire down and we're going to crimp. Get it in the back groove and squeeze. Turn to the front groove and squeeze. And snip off the excess. There we go. That didn't do, it didn't fold over. I want to hang on to it from up here. There we go. Nice. There we go. Okay. 7 inches of chain on each side. Let's get rid of this. Now, for the top, because we put on these little roses right here. We got 3 of them. I got the rose clasp. Pull this off. It's got a little pointy part and then a divot. So then same thing on this side. It's got a pointy part and a divot, and they just line up so they won't pull apart. So I just need a jump ring on both sides and we're done with the necklace. Oh, here's one jump ring. I always leave this side alone and just use this part, my wrist, my right wrist, and just tweak it open. And slide on our chain and our clasp. Close it back up. Just like that. Now, another jump ring. Oh, it fell. I had a hold of it. It fell. Oh my goodness. Where'd it go? There. No, that's not it. It's not on the magnet. Yep. I thought it's a magnet, so it stuck to it. I knew I had it. I knew I had a jump ring. Tweak it just a little bit, and we're going to slide on, whoops, wire, there we go. And then the other side of the clasp, and we are finished with that part of the necklace. We're still not done with the necklace. Okay, now that we have our chain made, I have some ball head pins I'm going to stick into these flowers. And then I thought I'd stick it. How far up do I want to go? A little bit. About here. Maybe not so high. Come down. Let's see. And then I want to put another one in. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to put in, make a wrap loop. So I'm going to grab a hold of it. Bend it over, rotate the pliers, bring it up and over and around. And then we're going to wrap in that space. So it's going to be a little tricky. We got a bunch of stuff on here, but it can be done. Okay, and it won't go so well, but we're going to cut off this extra. There we go. Snip it off, right? I don't like the way that's laying over the other. That's why it looked so funny. It's laying over the bead, over the wire before, and it's just wrapping around the wire versus the stem part of it. I'm gonna change that. If I can change it with my hand. Get that down there where it belongs. There we go. That looks much better. Got this chain in the way. Okay, now we're going to clip it off. Okay. Flat side against it and get as close as possible and clip and tuck. Okay, Now let's see how that looks. There we go. There's one flower. That's not. I didn't do that right. The chain, it needs to be out here. But you know what? That's fine because as long as it's like right up against the chain, it won't flop around. So what I'm going to do is just fold this over. I'll just fold that over. And we have this is a fiddly one, isn't it? Okay, we got this here, this here. Maybe those flowers aren't going to work out for me. I wanted to have a flower there and a flower here. I thought it would be really pretty. But, all right, it's on there. I think I'm just going to do a simple loop. Let's do a simple loop. So I'm going to bend it off at the bead, and then we're going to roll it back. Okay, get down there, and up and over. Well, I'm making a wrap loop anyway. Let's put that into the chain. And I think that's on the back side. So that one's got to get redone. Put this in, snap it in. There we go. And then we're going to hang on to it. I did that wrong on the other one. Now we're just going to hang on to this. And we're going to wrap our loop. Wrap around in that space. Much better. That went way better. I did the other one wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. Pull it out a little bit just to get a hold of it. There we go. And we'll tuck that in. There. And they're both hanging to the back, but when you lay it down and you're wearing it, what do you think? I think it's pretty. I actually like it. This is what I want. Okay, I'm going to do this one. We have to do this one over. We have to, because it just, nope. Oh, it's not even on the chain. Oh, good Lord. Take that off. Take that off. Get another. Okay. Right about there. Or we go a little higher. All right. going to bend it off at the flower. Then we're going to stick it into the chain. Well, actually, we want to do this. Rotate it all the way around. Adjust it. And now we're going to stick it on the chain. And snap it in. Didn't really snap, but it's in. Okay, now we're going to hang on to it with our bent nose, and we're going to wrap. All right, snip this off. Other way. Get our flush cutters right up against it. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Now, I got all my tools in the way. And now if this was laying on, I like that. I do. I really like it. Okay, we're going to keep going. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on the 5th one. I need another ball head pin. Straighten this out. We're going to put it on. And then we're gonna bend it off right at the, yeah. And then we're gonna make our loop. I'm bending it off at the flower because then it doesn't give me so much room to wrap in. I want it tight. So this is the way I'm going to do it. It's not the normal way to do a wrap loop. And there we go. Now we gotta stick this on. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to snap that on. Just rotate it on me. Now we got to get our bent nose in there, hang on to it, and we're going to wrap. I want it nice and snug so it don't flop around so much. In there. There we go. Oops. Tuck that in. Tuck. There's one. See, it's still flopping around. Okay. Now, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 8th one. So we're going to put the ball head pin through here. Bend it off at the flower. And then I'm going to try and make my wrap loop in there. Actually, I need to make the loop as tiny as possible. Wrap it around. Ooh, wrap it around there. Get it around there. I like that. All the way around. All right, let's get these pliers. Okay, nice and snug. Now we're going to wrap. Whoops, 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 whoops. I didn't put it on the chain. See if it'll go back on. See if it'll go on the chain here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down into the loop. Oh yeah, nice. And then we're going to put the bent nose on. And we're going to wrap. Now we're wrapped nice and snug. There we go. There we go. And wow, that's pretty good. All right, our pendant or our necklace is done. Let me get all my mess out of the way. This is our necklace. There's our clasp. And then these dangling. Oh, I like it. I really, really, really like it. I do. I think it's pretty. I love the color. Just a little bit of gold in there. Ah, so pretty. It's so pretty. I like it. All right, let's do our earrings. Let's do our earrings. So I have another ball head pin. Going to go through a pink bicone and then a bellflower. And then again, we have, oh no, what do I do with them? They got moved. That's not it. Where'd they go? Oh, they're right here. They're so small, I couldn't see them. All right, these have 5 links. I'm going to go in the middle of the 2, or of the, right in the middle. First, I'm going to bend this off at the flower, and then I'm going to try and make a loop as small as possible. In there, get in there, and then I'm trying to go around the tip of the pliers to make a small loop, and then put it in through the chain. pull in, snap. It's got to snap in. All right. I can't. It's got to snap in. Okay. Tug it on the right part of the chain to get it. It's on backwards. It's got to come up through. See how it's. There we go. Snap. Snap. All I have to do is pull it in. All right. The chain is so small. I'm having a hard time keeping it. Okay. I just want to hang on to it. I can't even do that. I made the chain too small. There we go. Snap. There we go. Get in there. There. I thought it snapped in, but it come off. All right. We're going to open this up. Let the chain fall in there. Oh my goodness. How I not get my bent nose in there. Small. I think I made the loop so small. There we go. Now that I open it up. Okay, now we're going to put a bent nose on there. Now we're going to wrap. And then snip off the excess. Oh my goodness. There's one. Oh my gosh. And then we have one more. Ball head pin through here. Then we're going to go through here. I made that loop so small. Let's try and do it this way, the regular way. Doop. See how much room that gives it? There's so much room there. Instead of the way I was doing it, but it was making it difficult for me. There we go. See, that went in just fine. Now we got our bent nose in there. And now I got all that space to try and wrap this in. and snip it off. A little bit. I like to be nice, close. There we go. Very nice. Okay, that side's done. Now, this is what it looks like. Now I have a jump ring on here. I'm going to open this jump ring and slide on the chain, close it up, and then we're going to do the same on this one. Lay that out. We got the two little chains here, and we're going to open this one. Have the opening towards the top. Put our bent nose in there. Open it up. Slide the chain, one end of the chain on, and close that up. Now, other end of the chain. Hang on to that. And we're going to open this up. Just tweak it open just a little bit. Just enough to get this chain on. Close it up. It's on backwards. It's on backwards. So we're going to open this up. Take it off. That ball's getting in the way. Oh no. Turn it around. Get it back on. And close it up. Close it up. There's our earring. So we got a little floppy flop, little dangle up here. Seems like a long piece of chain, don't it? But it was only 5 lengths. This is in the middle. Nice. Okay. We have one more to go here. We're going to open this up. Grab hold of it. Tweak it open just a little bit. And we have to figure out which way this is facing. I'm going to open it up a little bit more. There's not enough room with that ball in there. That ball slides around. Gets in your way. All right, chain. Get on there. All right, let's see if I got it on right. Ooh, I got it on right. Yay. So we're going to close this up. Grab hold of the end, tighten down, and close. Close. There is our second earring. So this I've got 3 extra beads. Why do I have 3 extra beads? Don't know. All right, let's get all the tools out of the way. Put them back here in the caddy here. Get them out of the way. This can go. So now we have these. This. Bring down the clasp. And then we have a pair of earrings. There. That is everything. I think that's pretty. Something different. There was a lot of finagling, but it worked. Isn't that pretty? Whoops. Sorry. Isn't that pretty? I think that is really pretty. Oh my goodness. Try and get it all in there now. There we go. Ah, well, that was a lot of work, wasn't it? It was fun. I enjoyed doing it. All right, that's the end of this video. Please subscribe. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers, and that is my goal. I just want to get to 1,000, and I'd be happy. So if you want to hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you, and check out my Etsy shop. Until next time, happy beading.